There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We just listened to Misery Signals. It was recommended on the Patreon by Joel. Joel, thank you very much. The Metalcore Maestro is what I'm knowing Joel by now. Stuttered and buttered in my voice there. I didn't really know what to say. But it's the Metalcore Maestro, let's be fair. The Metalcore Maestro, Joel, put me and this channel onto some great metalcore music. This is Misery Signals of Malice. Now, from what I'm aware, and we'll learn as we go onto the Wikipedia on the next video and have a look at the background information of this record. This, from what I'm aware, from what Joel told me, Joel gave me some information, but I like to just get straight on the link and just start recording, and then we'll pick up the pieces as we go on. 10 tracks. I think it was their debut. 2004, this was put out. 2004. Now, I've heard of this band so much because they still have a toe within the hardcore community. They're still, present as far as hardcore is concerned, and I like hardcore music, most definite. Emotive hardcore, metalcore, 2000s metalcore in particular. I'd argue a little bit more of an emotional, adjacent act as opposed to just like a mosher for the mosher band, metalcore band. It was good. It was a good record. I'm sort of in two minds on it. The production value was really good. In particular, the kick had a lot of character. The kick drum, which is such a minute, element of the production and the recording, but it really added a different twist and turn to the breakdowns, because you heard that kick, that oomph at the start of each and every beat and, attack on the string, and that made a hell of a lot of difference as far as creating a unique value when it came to that element of the band. My favourite elements were the emotionally coloured, melodic, harmonic aspects. The sections where we had the lead guitar ringing over, doing all of the fidgeting and the fiddling, and we had no guitar solos. So when that lead guitar did kick in, it was for harmonic purpose, for not necessarily rhythmic purpose, but to add this emotional context to what we're hearing, and it was absolutely blissful. I thought this band did that really well. Arguably, that's my favourite part of like this style of music anyway, but, arguably, if it was like more of a hardcore metalcore act, I'd say like the tough guy bits. I like the hardcore, the Slayer bits and stuff. But this band doesn't necessarily fall into that realm, So it can be overwritten by different elements of the sound, is what I'm trying to say. Now, 10 tracks was more than enough. Plenty of variation in the band's sound. We had one instrumental, which was great. It wasn't a wasted track, most definitely not. And track number 10 was like a little more of a sell on a different aspect of what the band can produce, as opposed to like the moshcore style of stuff. And that was really good. It was really good. The instrumental was on track 6, which I thought was the fantastic best place for that to be placed. I think they structured the record nicely. And of course, we had an introduction per se on A Victim of Target, track number 1. So if you want it to be literal as far as like the band's real, let's call it 8 tracks. Yeah. To be real as far as like the real substance of the record. But it was well composed. It was well put together. It was beyond just being, song for song, put a bunch of songs in a record. Like, it felt like there was good structure to it. With that being said, I'll rate it, I was going to say 6, but I'm going to be tight. On this one. I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10 because it's a bit airy-fairy for me. The breakdowns were okay. The emotional bits, like I said, instrumentally the emotional bits were better. Lyrically speaking, I didn't think much to his lyrical content. I did not think much to his lyrical content. Track number 3, The Year Summer Ended in June. If you listen to my listen through with that sort of applies to, when we hear him do this, emotional storytelling stuff, but he doesn't necessarily do so in such a poetic value that we do find from other metalcore acts. It's sort of like a little more basic, talking about I looked in your eyes and stuff like that, and you know, I'm not too fussed on that. I'm not too fussed on that whatsoever. So that is arguably a detraction, because I couldn't mosh to that, nor could I sing along to that really. So yeah. With that being said, I'm just going to simply leave it at that, and I'm going to continue on and check out the Wikipedia page for this band and see what is going on with the history of this record. Hopefully, we'll find something good. I'll see you there.